Ow. It's hard. Rest in peace, rabbit. Hi there, my name is Lynn Ismael and welcome to my channel. It is February 11th. Maybe I think it's 10 past 8 o'clock in the morning. And I just checked our weather network, and it's -2 degrees, which feels like -7 in Celsius. I live in Southwestern Ontario, Canada. I don't really have any videos planned for this week, so I figured maybe I should just do it vlog style. See how much I can do to help prep my garden for spring, which is not much, but I'll try anyway. So what I'm thinking is I've had some greens and browns gathered to add to my compost pile. I haven't been successful making compost last year. Because last year's just really been my first year doing gardening, like full season gardening. And I've done mistakes in the past. So hopefully this year I actually create some compost that I can add to my garden instead of just buying it in the store. So still have snow on the ground, but it has melted already. But I can't garden if my hands are cold. So usually have a double layer, like some knit and I guess just some gloves that has some something for touching my phone. So let's put that on now. And then I usually bring in waterproof gloves too that will fit with my thick gloves, just so my hands doesn't get wet. So this is the back of my shed. We had a few trees that came down when the big storm happened around Christmas time. So that's why it's all a mess right here. But I can show you, this is supposed to be my hot compost pile. It's not very hot right now. And all the way the back there, I'll just turn the camera around. Over here, with an upturned chair that we need to get rid of and some wires, is our cold compost. Right now though, I think I'm just gonna add some of the green and browns that I've collected for the week and just add it there, and perhaps we can reignite the bacteria again and get the compost going. So we'll do that. Alright, I think I've piled it up as high as I can. So I've turned the compost added some greens and browns. Looks like it's working. It's not completely hot, but when I was turning it, there was a little bit of some, well, not fumes, but I could see a little bit of heat coming out of the ground. So I'm hoping I'm doing the right thing, because I don't know what really I'm doing. I got some agastache plant that I started from seed last year, and according to the seed pack, it's supposed to be zone 7. So I was gonna treat it as an annual. I put it in this container here, and usually when you put plants in container, if you expect them to survive the winter, you would have to put plants that are 2 zones higher or 2 zones hardier than your current zone. I'm in zone 6, so I didn't expect for a zone 7 plant to survive in container, especially one that has very shallow soil. So maybe it's hardier than what's supposed to be. Either that, or I have a little microclimate in this area, because our area is up on a cliff, and below the cliff is the water. So maybe we're warmer than zone 6. So this is the agastache. It's called rose mint. You can see, and it's not quite a bit. 2 weeks ago, or a week ago, and the sedum's hardy anyway, so that's supposed to live. But yeah, I'm surprised that this agastache is hardier than what expected. And this is, I'm not sure if it's alive. What's it called again? Scientific name is Senecio. Oh, Dusty Miller. I believe it's the new. Well, I don't remember what variety of Dusty Miller it is, but it looks alike to me. This is my pile of triple mix, and I'm hoping, if it's not frozen this weekend, I can start applying soil to my new beds. But yep. Ow. It's hard. Guess I won't be hauling soil today. Maybe tomorrow will be warmer. Okay. I've got some feverfew here that I think they're still alive. They're supposed to be they can be perennialized in zone 6, and most people just plant them as annuals. So I kept this patch here just to see how well they do. I've heard from other farmers that they've had great experiences with second year grown feverfews, so I'm hoping that's the same case for me as well. You can see in the base, I think those are new growth. That's exciting. These are Camelot Rose foxgloves that I didn't cut down. It's usually treated as an annual, but I've heard that they can be treated as a perennial as well. So I've kept this 3 and another 1 in the front. Just want to see how they perform. I'm trialing different types of dianthus and trying to see if they can survive without cover or they do better with cover. So they're supposed to be hardy for zone 5, and they're looking good, I think. And then over here are volunteer sweet peas, and they're looking good. Let's see what's underneath here. Oops. Hello. They're stuck. But The dianthus are looking good. Well, that's nice and healthy. That's nice and healthy too. Lots of is it one plant? Is this one plant? Even not so hot. What are you? Oh, oopsie. I shouldn't have done that. So I just opened up the cover here. Yeah, that one looks good too. Something ate it, look like. Ooh, that's nice and big. Should have labeled what kind of dianthus these are. And I'm hoping that's a campanula, because I remember planting a campanula seedling there. I've never grown campanula before, so could be campanula. And then over here, like the top view, so that's my covered area, my gloves, and a bunch of self-sown, self-seeded sweet peas. Another dianthus. Sweet peas are hardy to zone 7, so it's promising that I have a microclimate in this garden, and then maybe next year I can do more. And then maybe next year I can do more cool, hardy annuals, and get me going for the spring of 2024. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the self-sown sweet peas though. Don't have room in this space, and I don't think I can transplant them. Maybe I'll keep a few. This is white sweet William from last year. I'm not sure if I should cut it down, just so I got new growth for the spring. It's looking pretty healthy to me. The patch, this is where my Rebecca were from last year, and some of them are still alive. Yeah. Oh, and then another patch of dianthus there. This is more like the Carnation Shabbat series. Didn't really get much from these plants, so I'll give them a chance again in the spring, see how they do. Maybe second year dianthus does a better job. These are my snapdragons from last year. They're still alive. I'm keeping my snapdragons alive for now, just to make sure that there's roots that are still alive for the soil, for the microbes to eat, and keep them healthy for the winter. Eventually I'll have to cut them down, because otherwise I'll have no spot for my other spring sown flowers. I do have fall planted snapdragons, and I left them covered, and I think they're okay. These ones are branching out. See? Looking at some of these, I'm wondering if I can cut the tips and grow them as cuttings. So instead of sowing seeds, I can grow some cuttings. And I think this is a Potomac, one of the Potomac. I'm hoping this is a Dara, because it looks like a carrot to me. I think they're either Potomac pink or Potomac orange that I cut down from in the fall, but they're still alive, and a bunch of foxgloves that have seeded themselves. And this could be bachelor buttons that self-sown itself. We'll find out. Some Dusty Miller that I left on the ground, and see how they do. And here's another one of the rosemint agastaki. It's budding up, so it's alive. I planted some Shirley poppies around here last year, so I think they have self-seeded themselves. And in here are a few Rebecca's I planted in the fall. They're doing okay. This one not so great. Don't think it's alive. And yeah, that one looks good. And this one I stepped over when there was snow on the ground, so I didn't realize. But it looks fine. I have these little baskets just in case a rabbit comes in and eat them. But yeah, they're doing good. And let's see, I have some, I don't remember what kind of salvia this one is, but it's alive. I had more self-seeded salvia, but that's the only one that had survived so far. These were winter sown apricot beauty foxgloves that I planted in the fall. So I winter sowed it last winter. Forgot to plant it until later in the fall, and now they're doing good. And hoping these are Orleas, these little carrot-looking ones. Where's the other one? And another one there. They could also be Amimages, because I planted Amimages close by, somewhere over here last year. And more poppies. I like poppies. Poppies and poppies. This Rebecca is not doing so great. Wonder why. It's covered, so nothing. It wasn't eaten by rabbits. I got some foxgloves here. And a little bit of what's this? Aquilegia, columbine. A few plants of columbine. Once it gets warmer, I'll clean up this spot here in my front bed. I left it this way for the insects to have a place to winter over. I tried to clean this one up last time, but when I lifted up, I saw a few ladybugs, and I didn't want them disturbed, so I just left them where they were. I had fall planted a bunch of foxgloves here, but rabbits had eaten them. I think they were pretty much established before the rabbits got them. Let's see if I can find. So that's one there, and another one there, and another one here. So there's another one there. Okay, so they're still alive. I'm just surprised that the rabbits ate them, because foxgloves are supposed to be poisonous. So rest in peace, rabbit. The most exciting thing growing right now are the snowdrops. Where are you? There's one. There's another one. Wow. Yep, another one. I didn't expect for this video to be more of a what's growing now kind of video, but seeing those snowdrops and seeing those little plants that are growing, little sprouts in those plants that I grew from last year, just makes me I'm getting more excited to start planting in the spring. So thank you very much for watching to the end of this video. If you like to see more, please subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.